Thank you very much. Nice to be back at Transform. It's our third year to collaborate with you. So I'm Mats. I'm a country director for e-Residency. So my job is really to connect the two ecosystems of both entrepreneurship and startup ecosystems, and also to tell you a little bit about Estonia's special program that we have for entrepreneurs that we built for the last 10 years. So starting off, Estonia was quite lucky in a way that we had a kind of golden decade of 1990s when, let's say, very young civil servants, very young politicians could really build up a new country and try out new ideas and build new institutions. And there was no one there who told them that this cannot work because we've always had that system or that cannot work. So they could really go around the world and try and learn different best practice. And digitalisation was something that was really an idea in the 1990s. I mean, who remembers, some of you remember 1990s, there were big computers and the programs changed every 2 years. But there was an idea that governance could be online sometime and that could save time and money and working hours. And because there was no country really to copy from that aspect. So that was the reason why Estonia, one by one, put its government services online. What's been our luck is that we've done it in a very integrated way from early on. So we have a decentralized system, around 500 databases, all speak to each other. But it's also centralized in a way that they all speak to each other. And one by one, Estonia started with putting services like tax returns online in 1999, ended up with elections in 2005. Now more people vote online. And one of the last services that was put online is divorce. Now you can get divorced online, but if you get married, you still have to turn up once and show your face there. So, and you can't marry a bot in Estonia yet. But since 10 years, we have a program called e-Residency, and essentially what this is that we open our digital systems to the world. So any one of you can go online and become an Estonian, like a digital Estonian, having access to Estonia. And this turned out quite well for us in a way that we learned that it's very hard to be an entrepreneur in many countries. Just a couple of things, what does Estonia do well? So some things we also learned from Germany. Our constitution, our legal system is actually based a lot on Germany. So it's always nice to see that in Corruption Perception Index, Rule of Law Index, Estonia is still has to learn. We took the right idols there. But Estonia has a very simple tax system, which is sometimes a headache for entrepreneurs when they have to spend a lot of time just managing their company. Estonia's made it easier. This is what an e-Residency card looks like. Of course, we're working on a cardless solution as well, and we want to improve and change it. But this is basically the access to a digital country. Over 10 years, we have around 120,000 people, so entrepreneurs, freelancers, digitalization enthusiasts, startup founders worldwide who have joined our program. It's been a bit of a surprise that around half our community is actually from EU countries. We didn't really, when this program was launched, we didn't think this is gonna, support German entrepreneurs. No, this wasn't thought, but there are so many international startups, international projects, international companies, or companies that also want to use Estonia as an additional sandbox to build something new, maybe fast and easy. Then this is maybe the reasons why Estonia is an option there. How did Estonia develop its startup ecosystem that we're very proud of? We have 10 unicorns that are related to Estonia, come from Estonia. Is that from very early on we had very kind of advantageous employee stock options there. And one of the first startups that was built in Estonia was Skype. So a lot of, I think from Skype, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 startups have grown out of it. And the reason is that every exit produces a lot of sort of employees who have had stock options. They all become mentors, investors. It all kind of multiplies the system. And this has really supported Estonia a lot. And the second thing is just that, again, you can do everything online with the company, very simple tax system. So people spend less time managing the company. It just costs less to try out your idea. So people are more daring to try new things and test them out. And the same thing with the labor laws in Estonia, that for SMEs it made it more easier to be an employer and scale and downscale sometimes. do Estonian startups get funding? So this is very challenging for a small country, of course, but we're happy that we have actually the top VC ecosystem per capita in Estonia. There's also many reasons for it, but it's mainly, I would say, this collaborative ecosystem and also trust that we have internationally. Some of the unicorns that Estonia has, so maybe you know Bolt, there's a mobility app, biggest competitive Uber in Europe. So one of the advantages for a small country is also that sometimes we can change laws faster. So we're one of the first to have a ride-hailing law in Europe. So that, for example, helped, and the same with AI laws, for example. So you have that flexibility to change laws to actually help startups grow. Why do people use e-residency kind of to build their companies? Mainly it's just an easier, faster way and sometimes less stressful way to build your product. So for large German companies, for example, if they have a little small Estonian partner, sometimes they can just test things faster, try out new things faster. But Estonia itself is not always a market. It's just it's a sandbox in a way, as we like to see it. And if some of you are thinking of, I want to try my next business, build a cross-border business somewhere, or do part of my EU part in Estonia, then this is the way it works. If you just go online, Estonia does a background check on each founder, and afterwards you become an e-resident. Estonia knows who you are, you're a legal person, and you can run your company anywhere in the world. You never have to go to notary physically or do any paperwork. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. So that's why also a lot of our communities is really founders who kind of eventual travelers. They never need to think where they are physically. What are the other good places where to start companies? So we've learned that actually US and UK are our biggest competitors, but there is a long-term kind of saving of time and investment if you do it in Estonia, because it's just very simple and it's fully online. Some of our community members, you will meet Damir very soon. Damir built up quite a large German and Estonian tech company, but now is already trying new ventures, so knows Estonia from 2004. But what I want to stress is that our community is very kind of diverse and wide, and it's really, this program has brought Estonia so much value, especially since it's brought so much diversity to our ecosystem. We have a very cold, it's colder than northern Germany in Estonia. You know, winters are tough and dark and stuff, and we always say, young Estonians also, we say we don't want to live there all the time, but this is the way also that everyone can engage in Estonia, build something there, but they don't have to be there all the time. So this has been a great value for us, and around 39% of Estonian startups have an e-resident founder as well. So very proud of this, and from all walks of life. But I have to say that Dr. Merkel still hasn't got a company, so we're waiting for that. But this is from me. This is all from me. We also have a little booth in the startup area if someone wants to come and chat to us and talk to us or do something cool in Estonia or come to an Estonian event someday. But I will pass on from here to Damir to really share his experience and tell you how it really is. So thank you very much.
That's difficult.
Sorry.
Thank you, Mats. Well, I was a bit afraid that someone of you will ask me, why didn't you wear a suit? So I did. And what happened right now, through my whole career, I was disrupting. And now you can remember me, this was the only guy with a tie. For the past 30 years, I was building companies, growing companies, scaling companies. We started in Germany, but we went worldwide. So I want to provide you a bit of insight into two different aspects of running a company. One is to found a company, basically. That's what Mats was quite comprehensive, explain how easy and how fast it is. And the second thing is how to scale the company. You have already established company, and why should you think, if you are from Germany or France or UK, there is a small country in the Baltics, 2 million people, why should you care? When we started our company, we had an amazing idea. 2001, in the early stages, we wanted to change the world, to disrupt. So build a media framework that will run at home. If you think of Netflix, just a competition. But the same software should run also on board of a train or a plane. So if you watch something at home, you go travel with Lufthansa, and then you can watch videos on the plane, the same video you watched at home. And this software should be the same. So it was really disrupting something. We started 2001. You know what happened in 2001 in September? 1 year, it was super difficult for business. We had great ideas, but then it was tough. Suddenly, 2002, 2004, business started growing. And we were forced to grow very fast. And then, if you think on Germany, the one thing that's very difficult in Germany is to do anything fast. You need a bit more time. So we looked for proper people, and what happened is that we were not able to find those people. So we went to Estonia, and we wanted to establish a company because we heard there are a lot of great people, mindset is different, everything. So we went there. How Germans do it, we went to Tallinn, went to the biggest economical newspaper, booked a full page, with our ad, we look for managing director. After a week, we got 4 applicants, and I was really confused. My colleagues were asking, we're coming from Germany, well-established company, coming to Estonia, nobody wants to work for us. What's wrong? So we called the newspaper, like Frankfurter Allgemeine, the same quality. And the woman said, why are you doing this? I said, what? Why are you using newspaper to look for people? 2004. She said, go online. So we did. Within a week, 150 applicants, we managed to find our managing director and hire him. So why I'm telling this story? Public Wi-Fi today is common sense. Everyone use it. Estonians had it 20 years ago. If you remember, some of you, 20 years ago, Cebit, I was paying 10 euro for Wi-Fi hour just to get into the internet. They had public Wi-Fi. This mindset is something that really helped us change our perception about how to integrate IT systems into daily life. So we started there, discovered this X-Road, attached ourselves to it, provided feedback, and then e-Residency came. At the same time, my business was growing, so expanded to the US, expanded to Asia. Things got complicated. If you have a company in Germany and you need to manage shareholders from different countries, especially from third world countries, as they call it, it's difficult. It takes time. So we looked into this system and said, well, for the administrative part, for the taxing part, for everything, I don't need to travel anymore. My colleagues from Asia can also do things online. We moved our holding to Estonia and really benefited from easier way to work with our global infrastructure. At the same time, we use the benefits of Germany. It's an amazing country. The ecosystem here has a lot of potential. You can grow, you can do so many things, but as a founder, as an executive, you need to focus on what you do best. I am a computer scientist. I hate bookkeeping. I don't know if you love it, but as a founder, you are sometimes forced to deal with all of this. This really helped me solve the issues, and at some point in time, we were able really to live and work wherever we wanted, to have shareholder meetings wherever we wanted, and to apply, declare our taxes within a week. In Germany, it already takes 3-4 months. Not because it's complicated, it's just so many options. Your tax advisor, the famous Steuerberater, has a lot of ideas how to change things, and it takes you 3 months to take care for it. 3 months that you're not able to focus 100% on your business. And that's something that really changed my perception. After 25 years, I decided that there are some cool ideas, like the Run.Events is an event management platform. I wanted to integrate AI into this. Imagine you're here, you want to meet with the right people, but it's super difficult. Imagine there is an AI that said, I arrange meeting for you tomorrow with Mats at this booth because it makes sense. You will love it. You get 10 leads that are really meaningful. That's what we do today. And I was thinking how to do this. So I went to Dubai, I went to the US, and I discovered there are couple of things that we in Europe need these days. We need a strong European economy, because if you look at your phone, and that was opening the moment for me, my phone, the hardware, software, and the application, nothing is from Europe. It's Apple phone with Facebook on it, with LinkedIn, with all these super solutions. Can we do it in Europe? Yes. So I kind of bit of proud say, let's do it in Europe. And then I was thinking, what to do and how, and I started thinking where to find a company and decided, let's try it with Estonia. So I prepared all my papers. My wife wants to be part of the company now, so she's also a shareholder. I said, let's found a company. And she said, I want to have a dinner. You want to find a company now? I say, yes, this doesn't take long. So she said to me, she was a bit curious, said, I typed for 5 minutes, then I signed with the e-Residency card. And my wife was, is it done? I said, no, it's not done. We just a bit more. We had to, it takes so much time. I want to have a dinner. So what did I do? I speed up. I said, give me the card. I did it, blah, blah, blah. She was preparing dinner, and then we had a dinner. Did you try to do it in Germany? And I'm not saying this is a better solution. It's just a way, to focus on your own business. And then I said I hate bookkeeping. I discovered there is a very good marketplace with lots of small providers who provide you with services you hate. So there's a lot of companies, I decided for Silver Hunt, who provide administration, finance, and bookkeeping for me. So I don't need to deal with tax office. I don't need to declare my taxes anymore. I just give them a monthly fee, and they serve the purpose. And the idea is, I'm finally able to travel. I'm finally able to walk from wherever I want. I can be now in Berlin for 3 months. I don't need to go back to Nuremberg, where I'm from. I can also move. My wife is from France. I can move to France and work from there, because the digital services enable me to do so. So from both sides, if you look at it, Germany is great for scaling, but you're mostly kind of limited with the options you have because of all the administration. But if you combine power of German market, European market, and if you combine digital services from Estonia, you get a really powerful solution. And during the COVID, I was testing this solution because there were a lot of questions for investors. Will they invest in Estonia? Is it big enough? Okay, Germany is a different thing. I can tell you that we managed to get a German investor during the COVID time for several million euros with Estonian headquarters. So that was not the issue. It's European law, it's more secure than anywhere else, it's quite digital, and if you combine it, it was really, really an interesting topic. The real topic behind the scenes is actually digital transformation. The mindset in Germany is, we have the rules, we focus on following the rules. And our hobby is to tell the people, you are not following the rules properly. Everyone loves that. So if you want to get an answer, you ask, nobody answers. But when you answer with the wrong answer, everyone corrects you. That's the way how you think. And I want to change this, to disrupt a bit. I'm not saying you should also start wearing a tie, but it's a good idea. But you should think about what is important for you. What is that what you want to spend time with? And in my case, I want to build cool concept, work with my customers. And that's why I chose to follow this path. I hope this story I did now, we have 30 seconds for questions, but if someone has a question, we would love to hear.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
As we're running out of time, I think you need to do your questions like outside of the slot.
Yes.